Smartphones and internet are already doing a lot of things, tracking hormonal levels, heart rate, and even substituting human work. This is the fourth industrial revolution where technology is predicted to blur anything. And yet, amidst a growing anxiety of how much technology will change the world, there are concerns about the continent's preparedness.
If you're talking about the fourth industrial revolution, you really must have cost-competitive broadband to be able to compete. Because you're talking about cloud-based technologies in which you need access to speed. Okay. And if you look at us today, Africa has less than 20% in terms of broadband access. Internet access is even very, very low.
This and more form part of the mixed reactions about the inclusiveness of all citizens in the digital transformation, in Africa's resources, and the willingness of governments to adopt. For instance, agriculture, which remains the dominant sector of most African countries, is occupied by majority women, who, according to some leaders, have not benefited from this new age of technology.
Whether we plan, we see how we are going to develop those industries, I think they should have also the faith and the needs of women. And it's not a favor. They are 50%.
Africa's problem is much bigger than that. We have women left behind, not involved as they should and having their rights as they should. But we have men of Africa just ahead of women, but behind everyone else in the world. So my thinking is we need to move together. Women must be at the same level as men.
Grassa opines that all governments must return to the basics of education to foster digital transformation.
Children are being taught with the same methods which I was taught when I was a child. And I am 7 decades old. So how do you think of a future? How do you think of a transformation of our societies when you are not investing from the early age?
Youth unemployment is very high across Africa, and if we don't fix the education system and provide the 4 to 6 week programs that can get people the roles, we're not going to live up to the potential of the continent.
Having said that, we need to build capacity in terms of human development, increase the number of scientists in the country, and also ensure that they're not just trained, but they're given the policy environment for them to be able to implement whatever they've learned.
But for a digital transformation of our industries and the various sectors to be achieved, there must be a universal access to electricity, a factor that remains alien to most parts of Africa.
Look at China. I mean, China is adding 4,000 megawatts of electricity every month, right? And Africa is here with the same amount of capacity to produce electricity just like Belgium, okay, just for a whole continent like this.
Africa cannot afford and should not tolerate playing catch-up all the time on everything, given what is happening elsewhere in the world.
Africa's competitiveness on the global market, the leaders believe, will be determined by the attempts to use digital platforms to transform the economy. Sheila Nduhukire at the World Economic Forum in Kigali, Rwanda.